Turn on my lights. That's right. They're kind of bright. We're about to get some rain here. I'm kind of excited about that. So that is your weather report. Oh, won't you take me home tonight? 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 That is your moment of harmony. Your moment of harmony with Nay. You heard a moment of clarity. This is your moment of harmony. Moo. Roxanne. I don't, Roxanne, I'm sorry, I don't check Messenger. You're just, if you know, Moo, Cyber. You know, Roxanne, oh, you're not here right now. Okay, she's not here.
Maybe if you put on the red shoes.
The red.
Yeah, ain't that the sting song? Roxanne, put on your red shoes.
Put on your red. No, don't. You don't have to put on the red light.
Oh, red light.
Put on the red shoes. You don't have to put on your red shoes.
I've never been a Sting fan, so.
That was good. That was good. You were close. No, it's let's dance, down, 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 down. Put on your red shoes and dance the blue. That's
The only reason I remember
David
that
Bowie.
song is because of Eddie Murphy in where he played with Nick Nolte. I don't know the American title of the
48
movie,
Hours.
But in the beginning, yeah. In the beginning, where Eddie Murphy sitting in the jail cell and singing.
Roxanne! Yeah. You don't have to put on the red light! It's so funny. Those days are over! You don't have to... Sell your body to the night! Sell your body to the night! Oh, Chris! You don't have to sell your body. No, just bring me that good news. I'm looking for my newspaper, Chris. Bring me some of that good news. So nobody's here listening to my fantastic impersonations. Whatever. We go hard up in this bitch. We go deep in the paint and hard up in this bitch. What? That's what I say. So someone named Roxanne said check Messenger. And, yeah, I don't use Messenger. Just going to say that. So if you're ever looking for me, you want to talk to me, a lot of people try to message me privately and stuff like that. And the thing is I don't want private messaging with people I don't know. Hey, Steve Running. What I'm looking for is, the kind of conversations we can have in front of everybody else. I can't imagine why anybody's trying to send me a private message. I'm not offering anything out there where anybody should be private messaging me. So, if you, want to talk to me, very simply, just hit me up while we're live. We're not hiding anything from anybody. I'm not doing anything, that I'm embarrassed about or that I can't say in front of another, million people. So, just so you guys know, I'm not using the Messenger. For further reference, future reference. Are we ready to smoke?
Yeah, I'm eating, bro. I need to eat.
Oh, you're eating?
Yeah, I told you.
I thought you said you were smoking in 2 minutes.
No, I said I'm gonna eat in 2 minutes.
Oh, I misunderstood you. Okay.
That's why I said you could just smoke.
I got you. Okay. Roxanne!
Hey, Google. Lights on. Hey, Google. Lights on.
Okay, turning to lights on.
Michael Goldsmith. I wonder why we're not hearing the chat. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay. It says I've got 4 viewers.
Sean the Orca guy.
Hey, there you go.
What's up, Nick?
Hey, Sean. Thank you for making sure my chat is working. Here we go. Very good. So I thought it'd be interesting. It looks like it's about to rain, and it is raining. It is raining outside. Yes, it's raining. Yay, we like that. So we get a nice rain. I wouldn't mind taking my Jeep out in the rain to see how rainproof it is.
Sean the Orca guy. You're welcome, Sir Guru of Cannabis.
Means all my orange trees, my tangerines, bananas, avocados. Everything's getting watered right now for free. It's raining even harder now. I wonder how hard it's going to rain. We're supposed to get 1/10 of an inch. That's a lot. I mean, if the area gets 1/10 of an inch, then we usually get like 3.
Michael Goldsmith.
Michael Goldsmith,
It's raining at my house too.
where are you at, Michael? East Coast? Up north, right? Like way north, east, if I remember correctly. I want to say like Massachusetts. Are you in Massachusetts or Vermont? Or I don't know. I remember.
Michael Goldsmith. Good OL me.
Maine, I was close. I was close. I said
Michael
Massachusetts.
Goldsmith.
I said Massachusetts or Vermont. It was Maine. I'm good. My brain is still working good, man. I think of you up in that part of the country, man. It's good. Cool. So Cyber's eating, and he said to go ahead and smoke without him if it's all right, and I'm sure he won't mind.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he's enjoying his meal. Bon appetit, bro.
Oh, I am.
Good.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Got my café. Murray Short, 22447. What? What? Murray Short, 22447. I'm gonna
Michael
follow.
Goldsmith.
I'm gonna follow you back, Murray
You
Short,
were right about the East Coast too.
if I can. Murray Short, say something in my live stream so I can follow you back, bro. I can't follow you back unless you talk in there. But thank you for following me. You just gave me 72 followers now on Kick, and I really appreciate it. I'm also on Rumble at Nays Garden on Rumble if you want to follow me over there. I've got 214 followers over there. And I've got 25,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So feel free to go to YouTube and subscribe to the main channel. It's got 25,000 subscribers. They subtract subscribers every day for me. That's why I stay at 25,000, guys, because I make subscribers every day and they just keep subtracting them, but I'm still getting subscribers. YouTube doesn't want people to know that I am.
Tom Rowe. Good afternoon.
Tom Rowe. What's up, buddy? It's top of the hour. We could smoke. I'm going to do a dab. I'm going to get dabby. I'm going to do a little dabby dabs. A little dabaliciousness. Hey, we're going to get dabby with it. I'm going to do my gangsta talk. Hey. Retirement community.
Michael Goldsmith. You heard Pee Wee died?
Yeah, oh my God, I want to talk about that. Paul Rubens died, everybody. 70 years old. Pee Wee Herman was 70 years old, everybody. Isn't that crazy? But it's just so sad because I've always been a fan of his, always. And I'll miss him, man. He was great, man. He had a really good heart.
Sean the Orca Guy.
And he made a lot of people laugh.
Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace, Paul Rubens. He was
Cannabis Heels.
fantastic. Many of us were
Wow, I
introduced to
didn't
him
know
in
that.
Cheech and Chong. The first time we saw him was Cheech and Chong. We're like, who's that crazy guy? You know? And then he started, doing his HBO special and his shows, and he did a whole thing, man. Jerked off in a goddamn movie theater in public, got caught. He's a hero, man. He's a master. He's a master of the world. He's a master of the baiter.
Cannabis Heels. Did not I mean?
I did not. Wow, I did not know that. Yeah. Yeah, man. Thanks for bringing that up, Michael. Yeah, I saw it in the news. Fucking Pee Wee Herman, man. That's why I went live, actually. I could talk about that. It's a big deal. I named my dog Speck.
Michael Goldsmith.
My 3 dogs back.
Watching Pee Wee's Big Holiday.
I named my dog after Pee Wee Herman's dog Speck. Because I thought it was a funny fucking name. So I had a dog named Speck for, 15 years. Because of fucking Pee Wee Herman. Isn't that funny? Hey, I guess this means Joe Rogan's gonna die next, huh? Everyone I name my dogs after dies. I took the money.
Michael Goldsmith.
Says Token
That's
Tony
awesome.
Z over there in the Rumble chat. Token Tony Z. Pee Wee's Big Holiday. I don't remember that one. I think I do remember it, actually. I just barely remember it. Pee Wee's Big Adventure was the one I know backwards and forwards. Okay, let's heat up here. Wow. Bunch of old oil in there. I wanted to burn that out of there. Wow. Carbon and shit. Okay. It's raining, but it's not raining hard. It's just a very light rain. I was expecting a lot more. It was supposed to really start by 3, so it's supposed to really start raining now. We'll see if that happens. It's when the heaviest rain is supposed to hit is at 3 o'clock.
Sean the Orca Guy. Beautiful backyard nay.
Thank you. Isn't it, though? It's beautiful, man. It used to be all dead grass when I first moved here. All right, you guys. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, Cyber, Sean, Michael.
Yeah.
Cannabis Heels is here. Everybody else that's here, thank you guys. Cheers.
Sean the Orca Guy. Very peaceful and tranquil. Sean the Orca Guy. Cheers.
Mmm. Wow. That's delicious. So terpy. Oh my god, that was a minute cooldown time. Well, this is a lame rain. I couldn't test my Jeep in this weather. It would have to be a lot heavier. If I'm gonna know if it's gonna stay dry or not. Okay, so Ron DeSantis confronted with his own Bud Light stance after legal threat.
Say again?
Ron DeSantis confronted with his own Bud Light stance after legal threat. Ron DeSantis was challenged by Megyn Kelly on his proposal to sue Bud Light's parent company over the recent boycott of the brand over its collaboration with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. The podcast host questioned the Florida governor over the impact of the boycott on the beer brand's value, which in turn hit the Florida pension fund. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot, man. Shooting yourself in the pension fund. God, I can't make this stuff up, guys. All I'm doing is reading you the news, and it's just funny as hell. You know, I don't have to make any extra comments. I just read it. Kelly pointed out the Florida governor had himself backed the Bud Light boycott, though he insisted this was just a personal thing. Newsweek has contacted Anheuser-Busch and Governor DeSantis for comment by email. DeSantis denied seeking to punish private companies for political wrongthink. Referring to Bud Light's parent company, he said, "Take Anheuser-Busch. We're not punishing them. They departed from business practices by engaging in social activism. That has caused a huge problem for their company, and their stock price has gone down." Yeah, it's true. It did do that with all the beer drinkers with Bud Light and all the rednecks and all the racist cunts. It did. But look at how Barbie's doing. How the fuck is that Barbie thing doing with their political wrongthink, with their men bashing and their, embracing the LGBTQ community? Oh, it's working out really good for them. It looks like you're wrong. Looks like some companies can ram their narrative down people's throats and they seem to do just fine. Crazy, right? Whenever your business model depends on a bunch of fucking loser alcoholics, shit can go sour if you stick up for the LGBTQ community. I get it. Here's about a bunch of fucking ignorant motherfuckers out there that get drunk. So they don't just hate people based on their gender. They fucking hate themselves, so they try to drink themselves to death. Well, our pension fund in Florida holds Anheuser-Busch InBev stock, so it's actually hurt teachers, it's hurt cops, it's hurt firefighters who depend on that pension fund. I hope they all voted for DeSantis, too. That's funny, he has to admit it.
Rox1 SMF. Did you get my message?
No, Rox, you could talk to me right here. A lot of people have been coming in here and saying, did I get their message? Did I get their message? Did I get their message? Just talk to me. You've got me right here. I'm really confused. What message? About what? And then I'll ask them, then they won't respond.
Rox1 SMF. Messin, I sent you a screenshot.
About what? Just tell me what's up, Rox.
Cannabis heals. You ever watch Andy Frisella and talks a lot about personal excellence?
No, Cannabis Heals. I've never heard of that person before. Andy Frisella. It's the first time I've heard that name. But it sounds like Andrew Tate talks about personal excellence. Sounds like Andrew Tate. Sounds like Jordan Peterson. Sounds like every other wannabe red pillar out there. Is he a red pillar? Is he telling you need to go out there and sleep with as many girls as you can? And avoid meaningful relationships? Rocks, why can't you tell me what's up? I don't understand why people can't communicate with me. I'm not even surprised that Rox isn't telling me what this is all about. I'm not even surprised.
Rox 1 SMF. I was on a scam complaint site about unreviewed packages, FB orders. Anyway, someone posted cannabis
A
heals.
scam complaint site about unordered packages. Someone posted. Not agreeing on some stuff, but he's on point on most things. Yeah, well, I mean, common sense shit. What, take a shower every day? Work out? Eat right? Don't get too caught up in politics or choosing sides. I mean, what more do you need? What's this dude giving you? I guarantee it's a red pillar, right? Trendy gummies. I'm not trendy. I'm just going, someone isn't trying to fuck with you. No, I'm not trendy. I'm trendy as dabbers. It's, if somebody's, trendy is a legitimate word, and if somebody has trendy CBDs, it's got nothing to do with me, and they're not capitalizing on me at all. It's not like I have a recognizable brand anyway. I don't think anybody's going to see those CBDs and go, oh, Trendy Nay is making those gummies. It'd be gummies. It'd be garden gummies.
No, but I know you would not AE on some stuff, but he is on point on most things.
You don't know what a red pill person is? Somebody who feeds you Republican talking points while trying to better your life. I'm trying to make you a better person. But don't be gay. Don't be trans. Shit like that. Those people aren't worth spit. Anybody can give you good advice about a whole bunch of shit. You get that anywhere. You get it from your mom and dad. You get it from your best friend. Get it from just about any fucking podcast you listen to. But these people that spout all the red pill bullshit out the other sides of their mouths, you shouldn't be paying any attention to them at all. And I don't know, dude, I swear, Cannabis Heals, I don't know if I'm looking at a red pill right now or not. I have no idea. I just know that's what these red pill cunts do. Their whole thing is, self-improvement. This guy that just attacked
Rox
Destiny.
1 SMF.
Thank you, Rox. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, that's not me. No affiliation, and probably just a complete coincidence. And I bet you they've never even heard of Trendy As Dabbers. The people who did the trendy CBDs. You ordered a couple fans and got a pair of cheap sunglasses? What, from a Facebook ad? That's like all like Chinese. It's like you could tell their English is really bad. Obviously, Chinese people wrote the ads. Right? Rox, am I right? God, you ordered
Send you
shit from...
some sunglasses from AliExpress.
I mean, I wouldn't trust any of that shit. I mean, even the comment section is full of bullshit lies to get you to buy shit. Oh, it was HSN? Oh, well, that's fair. That's legit. But they fucking ripped you off too, huh? Yeah, I wouldn't trust any of that bullshit Chinese Facebook bullshit. None of those ads. Instagram ads, fuck that shit. They got all kinds of shit to catch your eye and shit. Oh, look at this shower head. It'll give you the best shower. It'll make your shower so much more powerful, and it'll filter out all of the contaminants. How many times I've seen that shit? Oh my god. He's about self-improvement to get out under the government's rule. But anyway, no big deal. Just wonder if you knew about him. Dude, okay.
The only referendums on it was trendy.
I'm gonna go look this guy up. Since Cannabis Heals, you're gonna play this fucking game with me. And you know the guy's a red pillar. You know he's been shoving right-wing talking points down your fucking throat. And you don't want to admit it. So now I have to go look the guy up for myself just so I can fucking prove to you that I'm right. I could totally be wrong, but I'm gonna go look. And if I'm wrong, I'll tell you. What was the dude's name? When you said agree on some things, you gave it up, bro. I'm looking for people who I agree with on almost everything. You know, I want to know that they're intelligent as fuck. You know, we don't have to agree on everything, but almost everything. You know? Almost everything.
Rocks 1 SMF.
What is this guy say? Andy Frizella. Okay, I'm looking it up, bro. You've got just a few seconds telling me this motherfucker's shoving right-wing talking points down your throat. Andy Frizella. Watch him be on Kick and Rumble only. You know, and be a total fucking red pill piece of shit. Andy Frizella. Okay, let me see. Andy Frizella. How alcohol and weed are used by the government to control you. Dude, really, bro? Really? No, man, I'm not even going to click on this shit. Because if I do, I guarantee you I'm going to start getting inundated with fucking idiot red pillars. Really? How weed's used by the government to control you, bro? They introduced weed into your life. Weed. Andy Frizella. Weed. He's using the word. You guys see this? He's using the word weed negatively. I told you not to use that fucking word, and that's a perfect example as to why. Here, look for yourselves, everybody. Look for yourselves. I want you to see this. This is so funny, dude. I so busted you. You are so watching the wrong people. Oh, Cyber, I figured out how to do this shit. You got to hold down the Alt button, and it does work. How the media tried to use aliens to distract you from the details in Hunter Biden case. Really, there wasn't like literally the media was reporting on a Senate hearing that was taking place at that time. Oh, okay. Fucking, this guy's an idiot. Anyway, look.
Just going someone isn't trying to with you.
How alcohol and weed are used by the government to control you. Marijuana politicized. Great words there. He uses great words in his videos. Weed and marijuana. And it says the government's using it to control you. I don't even want to listen to it, man. I just tell you, this is a red pill dude. And he's full of fucking ignorance, and he hates LGBTQ people. I bet you that too. I don't know yet, but I'll bet you he does. Let's see. Oh, Elon Musk is trying to hide something because he's changed the name. God, this guy's a fucking whack job. 87,000 views. Are your goals really your goals? Ultimate life advice for young people. The urgent measures we need to take to save America now, 29 minutes. Real as fuck. Oh, this guy's going to tell me how to save America now. How our freedom in America is in jeopardy unless we take these actions now. I wouldn't mind listening to that one, actually. He's defending free speech. That's good. This was the one we saw, how alcohol and weed are used by the government to control you. How aliens are used by the media to distract you from what's going on with Hunter Biden.
You want to smoke?
Yes, I do. I really, 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 really do, because my heart bleeds for the fact that my audience members are the same people that watch idiots like this. It fucking drives me crazy. They have no idea what they're watching. They think that this guy is some kind of a guru, some kind of a... some kind of a fucking Jimmy Doorknob. You know, a broken clock, he's going to get some shit right. He's talking about motivation, and he works out, and he eats right. Like I said, there's really, that's not really like new information that you're getting fresh from that guy. You know, there's all kinds of people who've already put this information out there. He's just trying to fucking take credit for repeating the same shit. And he's obviously working for him because, wow, look at the goddamn... Look at his popularity. This is why people are so lost. They see a stupid-ass thumbnail and listen to that. Shit, what are you talking about? Oh, like it's clickbait to get them in there. Because people, it's like dangling a red flag in front of a fucking bull. You know? And they know it's the bright yellow letters that gets people to click on shit, gets their attention, and all kinds of bullshit. Jimmy Dore does it incessantly. Does all the marketing
Cannabis
bullshit.
heals.
He smokes cannabis? Oh, really? No. Cannabis heals. It's okay. It's okay. I usually have a reaction like this to any time I see a podcaster that I've never heard of that's doing fucking, fantastic, and my audience is going over and watching them, and find out that they're, putting out some kind of bullshit. But I want to see what he has to say about defending free speech in the country, actually, and I'm kind of interested. So, who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind about this person. I have no idea who this fucker is yet, so... I know that he's just like that whole Destiny thing, where, they get groups of people and they do their little podcast and they all, fucking act like they're all experts and sexperts and fucking fuck spurts and fucking dick suck spurts and whatever the fuck they are. This was, I'm ready, Cyber. I'm sorry. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, Cyber. Enoch, Cannabis Heals, Patrick John Welder, Randy, everybody. Cheers, Cannabis Heals. Thanks for introducing this, Cannabis Heals. There's a friendly little rip. Oh, here it is. How our freedom in America is in jeopardy unless we take these actions now.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Andy. Hey, I wanted to talk to you. I made a story on my Instagram last night, late at night, where I talked about the division going on in this country. And I talked about the saying, united we stand, divided we fall, and how important it is right now. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican.
Dude, this guy loves him. Look at the camera angles. Oh, he loves himself.
What you think of me?
Dude, that's the fucking President of the United States camera angle. Look at that, Cyber. Oh my, what a douchebag. I'm already telling you this guy's a fucking douchebag. Who puts a camera like that on themselves? Oh, wait, that's right. Never mind. Okay, let's keep going.
Or what you think of really anything. We all have to face a reality. And the reality that we have to face is that our way of life is in jeopardy. The things you love about this country, the things you've loved about this country, the luxury.
Look at his
you've
water. He's
enjoyed,
got 4 waters on his
privileges
desk.
you've enjoyed by being an American citizen,
He must sell that shit.
the culture,
Drugs won
the
SMF.
history, it's all in jeopardy for all of us. And
I'm going to
when we
speed him
look
up.
around at what's going on, and we see the division, and we see the hate, and we see the chaos, and we see the destruction. They've trained us to look at each other and blame each other for all of that. And the reality of the situation is much different. The reality of the situation is these people intentionally cause those situations because they understand something that we do not. They understand that united we stand and divided we fall. And they are not part of the we. You think they are, but they aren't. They may say they are, they may pretend to be, but if you watch their actions, it's very clear that they're not. They see themselves as something different. They see themselves as the rulers of us. So when we say we, the people, realize that doesn't include these people. That doesn't include these corrupt politicians. That doesn't include the media. That doesn't include the big giant corporations working every single day to push political agendas upon their culture. It doesn't include the people who are censoring. It doesn't include the social media companies. They are not a part of we. We are a part of we. That's you, and that's me, and that's all of us, no matter how we might see ourselves. We have a threat that is very real to our freedoms, to our economy, to the future, not just our future, your children's future. And what do?
It's the Bilderbergs. Let me tell you something. The Bilderbergs, they've got your number. They've got all your information. They've got all your data. They've been mining you for years. Through Google, through Facebook, through all the social media. And this is what we've got to do now. We've got to be prepared. You've got to prepare yourselves. Listen to what's up.
We constantly attack each other. We constantly yell at each other. We constantly scream at each other. Because that's what they do. And that's what they create. And we fall for it every single time. Every single time there's a major controversy going on in the world, we start to attack each other. And we may believe 98% of the same things, which I believe most Americans do. We may believe in common sense. We may believe in rule of law. We may believe in a healthy economy.
Just looking out.
We may believe in life.
I like what he's saying right there.
Liberty and the pursuit of happiness. We may believe in not being financially oppressed or intentionally agitated. But they don't believe that because they're not part of us.
Who is he talking
They
to?
never have been part of us.
Why is he
The
looking
biggest lie
around the
They have
room?
convinced us of is that we are
Why is he looking around the room like he's addressing like an audience? That is so... You guys notice this? He's going like this and then he's going like this. Do you guys... What is that?
the enemy of each other. And if we're going to save this country, and we're going to fix this country, and we're going to build this country into something better than it's ever been before in the history of this country, we're going to have to figure this out. We're going to have to figure out.
Dude, I'm going to have to say, he's talking in front of a group of people, right? Obviously, right? He's doing this live in front of a bunch of people, right? It's got to be. There's no way he's this much of a fucking phony. And that
Rocks 1 SMF.
Cannabis Heals is taking that shit seriously. There's no way. This guy is... Come on, man.
That the person to your left, the person to your right, your neighbor across the street, who put up that sign of the opposite political candidate that you wanted, we're going to have to realize that those people are not our enemies.
How many different
In
cameras?
business, it's
How many
very
different
common to work
cameras
with
does he
people
have, too?
that you may not want to have over for a barbecue. You may not invite them over for Thanksgiving dinner,
Who's...
but you work with them.
See him looking
Because you
around?
understand that the common goal is to win, and if we win, everybody wins. And that's what we're missing in America. We're missing the understanding that there are nuance.
It says
issues,
real
and
on
there
the
are
water,
above-the-line
so
issues that we all care about.
I think
We all care about.
he's got like special water. There's got to be people in there. I'm looking for
sponsored. You might be sponsored by people who are sponsored by G Fuel and shit, you know.
well, it says
Might be
real.
sponsored.
It says real behind him, and the plastic says real.
Freedom. We all care about
Ah, okay,
liberty.
okay.
Yeah, it says real.
We all care about a good economy. We all care about safety. We all care about accountability for crimes committed. These are basic above-the-line issues that we all, 98% of America, agree that we need. And if you pay attention and you look at what's going on, we're losing them. While we fight over all the nuance issues. They stir the pot over race, over sexual orientation, over foreign relations.
They, like it's some concerted effort. Like there is a group of people behind the scenes pulling all of these strings. This is psychosis, what this guy's
That's
saying
what
right here.
flat earthers always say.
They
They hide the evidence.
them.
They do it. Them.
Over immigration.
The faceless.
Over all of these issues.
exactly. The Illuminati.
That they know will get us fighting with each other.
The what did Donald Trump call them? The deep state. It's the
Hey,
deep
I need to
state.
say something before I forget it. I found a conspiracy theory that is way more far out than flat Earth.
I ordered a couple
That is
fans
called-
from an ad on
It's
FB.
called the
I got a
Phantom
pair
Year.
of cheap sunglasses. The scam site is full of complaints. No more
Well,
ordering from FB.
It's called the Phantom Years, and the idea behind it is there was a ruler called Otto back in the days from the Ottoman Empire. He collaborated with the Pope back then, and to write that Otto into the history, they deleted 300 years of history. So if that theory is correct, we're living in the 1700 right now.
That's fucking crazy.
It is fucking far out, and people believe that shit.
That's fucking crazy. Like, what?
Look it up. The Phantom Years is called, or the Lost Years or something
I
like that.
don't even want
It's
to.
fucking.
It's wow. I'm trying to figure out where this extra chat is playing at.
Rocks 1 SMF.
Here it is.
Yup, but the ad was HSN. Rocks 1 SMF. Yeah, I won't believe a thing. Cannabis heals. He is about self-improvement to get out under the government's rule, but anyway, no big deal. Just wonder if you knew about him. Rocks 1 SMF.
So there are people in there.
You know who's been awesome at
And
giving
they're
me
experts at it.
exactly what I ordered?
They're experts at it.
TME.
I'm like,
Cannabis heals.
And the reason I'm making this video,
He
the reason I'm
smoked
doing this on my
cannabis.
podcast, is because I think it's an important message.
Seamer cannabis.
United we stand, divided
Cheers
we fall.
NLRC trendy as
If there was ever a
Brian
time in
Sunday's
history
garden.
that
Pastor
statement is
John
appropriate,
Welder.
it's right now.
This is why people
all of
are
us,
so lost.
Americans,
They see a stupid ass
have
thumbnail
the ability
and listen to that.
To affect the
Cannabis
course
heals.
that our country is going to go on from here. With our actions, with our voices, and most importantly, with who we choose to see commonality with, and who we choose to unite with.
so Cannabis
about you
Heals
guys.
says there are people in
But
there.
I love this country. I love the people in it. I think it's the best place in the world. But if things keep going the way they're going, and we keep fighting the way we're fighting, and we keep nitpicking the way we're nitpicking, and we keep making enemies out of people that really aren't the enemy, and we keep blaming the problems on people who aren't the cause of the problems, we're going to lose. And you're going to lose. And your kids are going to lose. And so my message is very simple. Pay attention. Pay attention to when you're being agitated. Pay attention to when you're being manipulated. Pay attention when you get angry. And ask yourself, am I angry because I'm angry, or am I angry because I'm supposed to be angry? Because like I said, these people are experts at making people hate each other.
Dude.
They're experts at making people fight. And while we fight,
Budweiser's, that one woman at Budweiser didn't fucking get Dylan Mulvaney sponsored to piss everybody off. You know, she wasn't part of some fucking global conspiracy. The people at NASCAR that did the pro LGBTQ thing, they're not conspiring with the government or the Biden administration or some Bilderbergs or some fucking Illuminati to piss you off. The people who made the movie Barbie, you know, they didn't put a bunch of LGBTQ stuff in there and come down on men because they want to fucking start a goddamn civil war. They're just making money. They're just doing what everybody else is doing. They're doing commerce. They're doing business. And all these people that are reading way into this shit, you're not... You know, the only thing that's really manipulating you right now is having the idea that you're being manipulated. And this guy is trying to convince you that you're being manipulated. Listen, what he's getting at, I have a feeling is I totally agree with. I just don't take that same route that he's taken, you know.
they take our freedom. They take our money.
They
take
God,
our
that's
opportunity.
so
They
weird.
take our peace.
They
They take our time.
bro,
And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like that.
dude, I want to make a video of this guy right here, and every time he says the word they, huge letters, I just want to flash it on the screen. They. How funny would that be?
I'm fucking tired of it. And the only reason they're able to do that stuff is because we haven't gotten smart enough to understand that we are all on the same team. All of us. We have an obligation as Americans at this point in the history of this country. There have been millions of people who have sacrificed everything for us to get this far. We're 247 years into it. And all those sacrifices, and all those deaths, and all that blood spilled is in jeopardy of meaning nothing if we don't do our part. And so my ask is very simple.
Says you.
My ask
Hey, look at what we've already accomplished, dipshit. We're the most powerful country on the fucking planet. We've landed on the fucking moon, dude. We've done so much. We've accomplished so much. We've achieved so much. You make it sound like the human race is a failure. Not to me. It's not a failure. It's for, like you said, 200 however many the fuck years. We're still here, and the America, and as far as countries and shit go, I'm sure it's young. It's young and all that. And it might not last that much longer because the Earth's probably not going to be around much longer. But I mean, what the fuck do you think you're going to be able to change between then and now? And number two, if you're so disappointed in what America hasn't accomplished, why don't you explain to us exactly where we've let you down? I'm kind of wondering. Where has America failed you? Because I think it's pretty goddamn awesome.
To become aware. To watch what's going on. To think about what they're doing to us.
They.
To realize that the people you've been told to hate are not the people that you should be focused on.
That's true.
Because if we can get together and we can say, you know what, most of this stuff we agree on, and we can argue about these other little nuances later, after we establish our way of life.
Okay, that's true, but no, we've got some things that we don't agree on that are pressing, and I think a lot of people on the right have made issues out of things that didn't used to be political. And you want to fuck with people's health, you want to fuck with women, you want to fuck with LGBTQ people. Hey, why don't y'all drop all that shit first? Then we can start having a conversation. Why don't you stop being fascist cunts? Yeah, that want to tell people how to behave in the bedroom. Fuck off. And then we can start having a fucking conversation. There are some issues here that need to be solved. I'd like to see where this guy resides on that line. Because I have a feeling he's a red pill dude.
If we can do that, we can stop them from doing what they're doing. Because it's getting worse every day. Look at what's going on at the border. Look at what's going on with the crime in the big cities. Look at what's going on with the economy. Look at what's going on with our support of foreign wars that mean nothing to us.
Okay, so, you lost me until you said the foreign wars. I'm with you on that, but yeah, he sounds like he might be red pill. Totally.
Look at what's going on. This is our duty. This is our obligation.
Yeah, he wants to keep the immigrants out. Yeah, how the fuck did your people get here, motherfucker? When did your family arrive in the United States, you fucking piece of shit? You fucking immigrant. You fucking child of fucking immigrants.
If you don't look at him, his voice sounds exactly like Andrew Tate. I'm sitting and playing.
Nobody sounds exactly like Andrew Tate.
His voice, listen to him, bro. Close your eyes and listen to him.
I will. Oh my God, I'm gonna. This should be good.
This is our time.
Oh, I've got him.
I'm not saying what he says. I says his voice.
I got him sped up. Does it that have anything to do with it?
I don't know. I just think it really sounds like Andrew Tate.
All right, let me listen to him.
We didn't just fail. We failed every single American that ever came before us. That ever bled for this.
He totally sounds like Andrew Tate. Dude, he totally sounds like Andrew. I just totally thought of Andrew Tate while I was listening to that voice. I was like, yeah, that sounds exactly like Andrew Tate. That's funny. I wonder if this guy's Canadian.
And it's something that I think we should all take seriously. So let's figure this out. Let's stop the infighting.
He's talking about America.
Let's figure out what the above line issues are. In my opinion, they're the economy, they're accountability, there's the stopping of financial oppression, it's the safety of our communities, it's the safety of our children, it's the education of our children in a proper way to be brought up to understand the reality of the world and the reality of America.
And when he says safety of our children, is he talking about, keeping them safe from a fucking Republican grooming narrative? Or keeping them safe from fucking mass shooters going into their school? Or keeping them safe from, they might witness a drag show. Well, I wonder when he says keeping them safe, I wonder what he means by that.
And I know there's other people out there.
Keeping them safe from finding out, but from keeping them safe and so that they're told that slavery was beneficial to African Americans.
They believe it's a duty.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one.
What can I do?
Oh, Ron DeSantis, you moron.
I don't have a big platform. I don't have a big following.
Some Mr. Truth Seeker came in, he tried to say, yeah, dude, that was an African American that came up with that. I'm like, I don't care who fucking came up with it. The fact is, Ron DeSantis is standing behind it and defending it and doubling and tripling down on it. Keeping them safe from Beetlejuice. That guy's a menace. Beetlejuice. Hey, Billy.
Shit matters. What matters is that you wake up every single day and you work to live the example of what you think a high-level American would be. Personal excellence is the key. Personal excellence is the way that we unplug from their system. They want us fat, we have to be fit. They want us sick, we have to be healthy. They want us dumb, we have to work to become more intelligent. They want us unaware, we have to become aware. They want us to hate each other, we cannot hate each other. They want us to beat each other up and pull each other down and cancel each other, we can't do that. We have to get smarter.
That's all making sense. I agree with that.
With the system that they created, we are running their play for them. We are doing their work for them. And the only answer to any of this is us figuring out that we're all on the same team and then living the example on a daily basis.
I like that. I like what he's saying right there.
To explain to every single person around you why you have chosen to live at this higher level. This is our time. This is our duty. And this is our obligation. And if we fail, we don't just fail ourselves. We fail America. And if we fail America, your children will not have any of the opportunity that you have had. They will not have any of the fond memories of America that you have. They will not cherish this country the way that you have.
Who cares?
They will not believe in it the way you have.
Who cares, man? Things fucking change. Get over it. Wow. Okay.
That's what will happen if we fail. And it doesn't matter if you're Christian. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim. It doesn't matter if you're gay. It doesn't matter if you're straight. It doesn't matter if you're white. It doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you're Asian. It doesn't matter if you're Mexican. It doesn't fucking matter. Because the premise of this country has always been that we take the collective good from everybody's culture and create one unifying culture called American. And we work together to create the best possible place for us to live. And that is being destroyed. Our differences are being used against us, when our differences are supposed to be used to build us.
You guys, he keeps saying the same thing over and over and oh, you guys notice this? He hasn't made any progress since they're out to get us. They've pitted us against each other. That's all he keeps saying. He just says it a different way every couple of minutes. He just says the same things in different words. I mean, at what point does he offer the solution? His solution was
Michael Goldsmith.
We all have to get past our differences and come together. Right. You know, John Lennon's did it in the song "Come Together." You know, or what was that song? No, not "Come Together." It was was it another song? Let It Be.
Michael Goldsmith.
Imagine. You're right. Imagine's a song. Yeah, this was all written in a song, dude. You're just reciting the fucking lyrics in a different way every 5 minutes.
We have to get smarter. We have to do better. We have to realize that we have a big, big opportunity right now to make a difference through our words, through our actions, and through how we live. And it may not mean picking up a rifle and fighting like it has meant for previous generations. And that's a great thing. We're being asked to do something that isn't necessarily that hard. But I can tell you this. If we don't do those basic things, when we sit around, and we continue to argue, and we continue to fight, and we continue to tear each other down, and we continue to attack each other over nuanced beliefs, when in reality we agree on 90% of the things.
No, it's only 90.
And that's a reality.
The number's getting smaller every time he says it.
Please, consider your individual responsibility in this fight that we're in. Let go of the labels that you've labeled yourself. Democrat, Republican, left, right, gay, straight, black, white. And accept the only label that we all should be accepting, which is American. Other people
American? No. You failed. Human. He names all these ways we separate ourselves, and then he becomes a fucking Nazi nationalist in one statement. How do we all consider ourselves? American. No. Human. My friend Cyber Reload's not American, you fucking cunt.
What set is he revving?
You hear how he just failed right there, guys?
When we go to Europe, or we go to Asia, or we go to South America, they don't say black Americans, white Americans, gay Americans, straight Americans. They say Americans. And right now, when people say Americans, they're not saying anything good. So we have to ask ourselves, guys, what are we going to do?
Okay, here we go.
Continue to make content for likes and clicks and shares and attention?
That's what he's doing. Is he going to give us the answers here?
To come up with better solutions. So that we all can live our lives in peace, with real opportunity and real prosperity, and we can create the best America that's ever existed. That's what's at stake here. And it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. So think about it, guys. Think about how you've been living. Ask yourself if you've been speaking up for the things that you actually believe, or if you've been letting other people carry that water for you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, this is impossible. An impossible fight to win if we're divided. And it's going to be extremely hard to win if we're united. And everybody's going to have to do their part. So think about how you've been living. Think about what you've been saying. Think about how involved you've been. Think about how active you've been at solving the problems in your own community. Think about the example you've been setting. And think about what it means in the future. Because it's all or nothing, guys. And we're real close to having nothing. Because nobody's coming to save you. No politicians coming. No superheroes coming. No drastic turn of events is going to happen. We're going to have to do this work. And we're going to have to spread the message. I need you guys to spread the message. I need you guys to embody the message. I need you guys to live the message. We're censored heavily every single place we go for the simple reason of talking about unity. Think about that. And the good news is, if we can figure out a way to unite, if we can figure out a way to work together, if we can figure out a way to understand that we're all in the same boat and that we need to stop drilling holes in the bottom of it, we can actually build this country into a country that's better than it's ever been before. We can create a future that's brighter than it's ever been before. And that's saying something. Because the Americans that came before us have done some incredible things. And now it's our turn to do some incredible things. So look past your petty differences and realize it's going to take everybody. They killed Martin Luther King because he united people. They killed John F. Kennedy because he united people. Why are they so afraid of unity?
They start music?
The answer should be obvious. Why is it that when I was drinking alcohol, which I don't drink alcohol anymore, why is it that I was unable to stay in physical shape? I was always depressed. I always had anxiety. I wasn't able to function at work properly. I was hazy all the time. But that's celebrated as a normal part of American culture, almost like a rite of passage. And it's so much more damaging than some of these other things like marijuana or even mushrooms. And then I started realizing that these people actually propagate things that are most harmful for us so that we can be more easily controlled. And I think it comes down to our government pushes the things that are most harmful onto us and legalizes them for the purpose of control, because if we get too fit, and we get too smart, and we get too rich, we become less controllable. All right? And alcohol accomplishes all of that for people. What is up, guys? It's David for Selling. This is the show for the real estate, live lies, the biggest and delusions of modern society. Welcome to Motherfucking Reality, guys. Today we have, as always, on Mondays, Q and AF. This is where you get to submit the Qs, and we bring you the AFs. Now, you can submit your questions a couple different ways. First way is, guys, you can email those questions into AskAndy@AndyForSeller.com, or you can go on YouTube and under the CTI episodes.
Dude, there's nobody in that studio.
No, I don't think there is.
There's no other people in there. Where's Cannabis Heels at? He's like, here's people in there. I was like, okay. All right, well, he comes in, he's blah, 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 blah. Somebody's going to clap. Somebody's going to say something in the audience.
Yeah, there's no one in there.
No, there's no one in there, dude. Cannabis Heels, what the fuck, dude?
Cannabis Heels. There I ask.
I'm sorry, the Q&A episode.
You're cucked. Bro, you're so cucked.
You drop your question in on the comments after you click subscribe, and we'll put something there as well. Now, if this is your first time listening, we have shows within the show. This is not just always Q&A. We have CTI, that stands for Cruise the Internet. That's a current event show that we do, where we put headlines up on the screen, we talk about them, we break them down, we speculate on what's true, what's bullshit, and then we talk about how we, the people, can be the solution to these problems going on in the world. Other times we have Real Talk. Real Talk is 5 to 20 minutes, and me just giving you a message.
You know the reason
you know what
I'm really basing that off of? You can hear the echo of his voice. There's no humans in there, because if there were humans in there, they'd be absorbing that echo. It sounds like he's just in a little fucking garage.
I love how YouTube microphone lickers all think the same thing. That they are the authority on their CU subject.
I know.
When
Sex
they are
experts.
only talking about it cause they heard it on Fox News. Ha 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 ha.
Everything this guy says is from the song Imagine from John Lennon. Except for the Imagine There's No Country. He missed that part. Fucking dumb, fucking flag-waving piece of fucking cunt shit.
There are times we have 75 hard verses. 75 hard verses where people who complete 75 hard come on the show, share their experience, show what they gain, and tell you how you can gain the same for yourself. And while we're on the topic, a lot of you guys think that 75 hard is a challenge. It's not a challenge. It's part of a program called
You hear the echo?
Right, which is a year-long program to help you develop mental toughness.
Human bodies absorb that echo.
Fortitude, self-esteem, confidence, self-belief. Okay, all of these things encompass mental toughness. And the reason that you guys struggle in life isn't because you don't know what to do. It's because you lack the discipline and the ability to follow through on the plan that you have laid out before you. And if you're honest with yourself and you ask yourself, why am I not where I want to be? It's not because you never had a plan. It's because you weren't able to follow the plan. And that's what Live Hard is designed to fix, and it does fix it. It's a free program. It's available on episode 208, which is on audio platforms only. Okay, it's not available on YouTube. We started YouTube just this year. This was many years ago. So go listen to episode 208. It's the whole Live Hard program. It's free. It'll explain everything on how to do it. And go do it because it'll make it better. But that's the rundown on the episodes. And then we have this thing called the fee. The fee is very simple.
There has to be people in there, dude.
I share are built off of the last 24 years of me being in business and doing very well in business. And I share those things with you for free on the show because we have a problem in the world. And the problem is we have a lot of misinformation. We have a lot of cultural degrade. We have a lot of people that don't understand what it takes to win or confused about what it takes to actually win because we're propagated by a bunch of people all day long that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And so I do this show for two reasons. One, to talk about what's going on in the world. And two, to give you the solution and how to make yourself better so that we can make the world better. All right. And for that, I ask very simply that you share the show. All right. I don't want ads on the show. I don't want ads for the show. I get censored on social media as hard as anybody's ever been censored. If you like what we say, if you think it's valuable, if it makes you think, if it makes you laugh, gives you a new perspective, please share the show. Because if you don't share the show,
no one DS to watch, but he is proud of his labeled water.
Dude, Cannabis Heels needs to come off the shit, bro. If he's been watching this guy, he says there's people in there. He says there's people in there. And I'm like, you're either the most cucked. Cannabis Heels is either the most cucked little bitch on the internet for believing that, or he knows there's fucking people in there. I don't know which it is. Because this guy, the way he's acting, it's like he's making eye contact with people.
Yeah, the way with all the cameras and shit, he's really, I don't buy it, man. He's really full of himself.
It's really weird. I want to see one shot. I want to hear one person cough.
the message cannot get out. All right, well, guys, it is Q&A. These are your questions. So,
and this guy,
question number one.
yeah, and that guy, why does he look straight at the camera? He's not looking at an audience.
Andy, I've been following you for a pretty long time, and I've heard you mention a few times that you get down with Mary Jane. Marijuana, for those of you that don't know. My question is, what's your take on how it's been politicized?
Now we know. When he looks off to his left, that guy looks off, he's looking at this guy, because this guy just looked to his right and made eye contact with that dude. So when that dude's looking over, he's looking at that guy, who's kind of at an L angle from him. So they're kind of almost across from each other, but it's off to his left. So that's the one dude he's making eye contact with. There's nobody else in there, I'm pretty sure.
And used to hold back a lot of people from society, specifically petty drug charges, nonviolent situations, etc. If the people.
Hey, bro.
This guy must be doing the producing. I'm assuming this is the guy that's doing the fucking camera switching. I'm assuming. But, hey, Nick. He is proud of his labeled water.
Get really after 2024.
Look, he made sure his bearded buddy has plenty of real water there too. I wonder why that water is real and other water is not real. What makes other water not real? I wonder.
What's your fix? I think that all marijuana offenses should be expunged, and every single person that's in custody for marijuana related charges should be freed.
He's going to have to look right at this guy, okay? While he's answering him, he will make eye contact with him.
I think it's an insane tragedy.
He's looking down at the floor in front of his desk right now. Like, I thought he was looking down like from a stage at an audience of people.
That people were under like things like the 1994 crime bill, which your buddy Joe Biden put through. Yeah.
Here comes the eye contact. Boom, right there. That's where the guy's sitting. He's looking at the guy right now. So they're like at an L, and he's close. He's like right there. And there's all that echo in front of them.
Handicapped entire communities of America over marijuana, which grows from the ground. I have a lot to say here. Those people don't deserve to be in jail. Okay, I'm pro-free. I'm not far right like these people all like to say. I'm pro-free. And how I got to feel this way about marijuana is not just because I like to smoke it, which I do. Well, I'm not gonna fucking lie.
Let's smoke.
I was on antidepressants for 11 years, and it just so happens that today, my 1-year anniversary of being off it, I'm very proud of that. Because
what was that, Cyber?
Yes, yeah. Hold on, let me find a safe place.
Okay.
People get off heroin when they do antidepressants. Okay? And I understand how hard that was for the last year for me. I dealt with crazy amounts of all kinds of mental issues in the last year, and I had to work very, very, very hard to stay sane.
Dude, so I've had mental issue the last 24 hours, guys. I haven't mentioned it, but I've borderline depressed, but kept my chin up and kept working, and that helps so much if I stay busy.
Cannabis heals. Boy, man, I bring it up and you attacked me. Wow, I wanted to know what your thoughts were, or was that it? I see now how you feel.
You see how I feel? Well, yeah, dude, you have some sort of evidence that there's people in the room in front of him? You've seen them? You've heard them? What's that?
We need a citation. I said we need a citation.
I just want to know, Heels. I just want to know, bro.
Hand front row seat as to the damage that some of these things can do. And when I started seeing what was going on during COVID and the pushing of the vaccine that was untested, unproven.
Okay, no longer going to cannabis. Cheers, Cyber.
I started thinking
Cheers,
about it. I
cannabis.
started, like, seeing
Cheers,
this a little bit.
Nick.
And I
Johnny's.
started realizing,
Hoot and Howl.
and asking questions like, why is it that when I was drinking alcohol, which I don't drink alcohol anymore,
Bro, I appreciate you wanting to know how I feel about this guy. I'm exposing this guy for the fucking moron that he is. He does say some things that I agree with, but like I said, it's just all from the song Imagine,
Cheers.
you know?
why is it that
I agree with that
unable to
song,
stay in
too.
shape and shit? I was always depressed. I always had anxiety. I wasn't able to function at work properly. I was hazy all the time. But that's celebrated as a normal part of American culture, almost like a rite of passage, right? Like a young man or a young boy becomes a man, has his first beer, right? And by the way, I'm not saying I don't ever have alcohol. I'm not like totally, I'm not fucking Mormon. No, I maybe like twice a year I'll drink some beer. But the fact that it's pushed on culture so hard and normalized and it's so much more damaging than some of these other things like marijuana or even mushrooms, right? Oh, that's a whole different conversation. It is a whole different conversation. But the fact that we're putting people in jail for these things, but then allowing this to be totally normal, didn't.
This is my point about the people not being in the room thing. The fact that he sits there and pretends that he's addressing a huge audience, that he's making eye contact with an
weird.
audience,
It's so fucking weird.
that isn't just weird, but Cyber's right. It's so fucking weird. Cyber's right. That's a sign of his complete ignorance to what that, how that appears to other people. Once we figure out that he's not addressing an audience, we're not fooled anymore. It's
Delusion of grandeur, man.
yes, and it's an illusion that he's trying to create a facade that melts and instead exposes him for some weird dude that like is pretending that he's speaking. And I mean, I'm sure this guy has spoken in front of plenty of crowds and audiences. He's done lots of, you know, promotional and shit. But the fact that he doesn't realize how stupid this looks says to me that he's got a problem, man. He's got a serious problem with reality. He's out of touch with reality. This friend with the beard sits there, 100% keeps it real. I could watch that guy all day. He's a real dude. You know what I mean? His buddy that asked him the question, that guy's just like, yeah, he's like, normal dude. But this guy, he's putting on some kind of a weird air of having an audience in front of him, and it's just the way he does his eyes like that, like he's making eye contact. Like, I'm going to do that right now, like, you know, and I want to make sure that all of you, and I'm so glad that you guys are paying attention, each and every one of you are listening, and I want to be as sincere as possible as I say these things, and I want to look around, and does this look fucking weird to you that I'm doing that? Did that look weird just then? I hope it did. That's fucking weird, dude. And he's doing it the whole
It
time.
makes sense to me. And so then I started thinking, like, why? Why do they do that? And then I started realizing that these people,
He's play acting. He's play acting, talking in front of an audience, and that's
actually
weird.
propagate things that are most harmful for us so that we can be more.
I
easily
need
controlled.
another bong
And I
rip, and I
started
need it to be
understanding
much
that. And then I
bigger
started
than the
understanding
last
aspect
one.
of marijuana, right? Like, you can grow marijuana in your bathroom window. That's a lot of people do. Okay, I'm not pointing any fingers, but I'm just saying it happens.
Seamer cannabis.
You know, I didn't know.
That guy grows. The guy grows cannabis, probably watches Nate's Garden.
And mushrooms that can be grown anywhere. So
He wants to
they
grow
had make that
20
shit illegal because
footers.
They knew that if that shit was legal, that they would actually be prescribing less pharmaceutical drugs, and the alcohol companies would make less money. Okay, we're seeing this now. Alcohol is being consumed at a lesser rate than it has in the past with younger generations. All right, now with older generations, they're consuming more than they ever have, which makes sense.
What's that, Summer?
I say he's laughing.
I know he's laughing because he's guilty as
No,
charged.
laughing,
Oh.
laughing.
He's live action role playing as a what?
As a fucking, I don't know, as a guy who think he's fucking popular or something.
Oh,
Think
he's
he has power.
LARPing. Right, he's LARPing. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, he's live action role playing. He's pretending to be standing and talking in front of a bunch of people, dude. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It is so weird. And Cannabis Heels didn't see that. Cannabis Heels did not catch that. And that's really scary. That there's audience members that are watching this that are totally convinced that there's people in that room. And that gives him credibility to them, but to us, it shatters that image. It makes us lose all respect for him. It's weird how that has an opposite effect on different kinds of people.
It's because the world's about a shit show. And I know, yeah, and that's what they grew up doing, was drinking. So we have this like big puzzle of what's legal, what's not legal. And I think it comes down to our government pushes the things that are most harmful onto us.
You know, either that or Cannabis Heels is right, I'm wrong. And he's got some kind of a crazy fucking noise filter on that fucking microphone that it's only picking up his voice. and the other dude's voice, and you know they're sitting in front of 100 people, and you just can't hear any audience noise at all because that microphone is just tuned
Bonsai House.
by the master audio dude.
He's basically larping like
I
bubbles
don't
from
think
Trailer
so,
Park
because
Boys in the
with all
spacesuit
those
talking to
cameras
Houston.
and camera wiggles you have and shit, if there was a crowd, one of the cameras would have showed the crowd once in a while when all those camera angles fucking cycle around, you know?
That too, you would think, right? Totally.
Yeah.
And legalizes them for the purpose of control. Because if we get too fit, and we get too smart, and we get too rich, we become less controllable. All right, and alcohol.
There is not 100 people in that studio.
Dude, there's not 5 people in that studio sitting in front of him. I was shocked that Big Boy was sitting right next to him because it didn't sound like there was another human body in there absorbing sound. Like that guy's like a goddamn ghost. Don't ask me how that's happening. Because there is a quick reverb in that room. It almost sounds like a bathroom. It's a very small studio room, and it is not a treated studio. It is not. He's like in a garage with a curtain around him or something. You know, he's in a very small area. Like, when I'm talking, you guys probably don't hear any echo back, do you? You can't hear the room echoing back? Like if I was,
No.
right? It's pretty much my voice.
You have a lot of shit in the room.
I would say
also.
3.
You have your screens, you have a curtain behind you. You have a lot of shit to fucking absorb the sound, you know?
Nick
Okay,
Brown.
Cannabis
No.
Hills.
No.
Cannabis Hills says there's 3 people in there. Okay, I believe that. I believe like his girlfriend's in there, and the producer, his mom and his dad. You know, okay, it just looks like he's looking at people, and yeah, if there's 3 people in there, it really seems like there are, to me. I was like, there's gotta be people in there. You know, if there's not people in there, bro.
All accomplishes all of that for people. So my view has changed to that. Now, if I were president, and I think it's also up to the states. I think the states' rights is where it's at. Like, I think states can decide what's good for their community and what's not good for their community. But
When you
federally,
speak
it should be
a bunch
legal.
of demons
You know, if the
trying
state wants to
to
make it
whisper
illegal or
to me,
whatever,
I
like,
never
or,
listen.
you know, make their own rules, I can fine. But the idea of marijuana being illegal to me when alcohol is pushed is absurd. It's absurd.
I never
It's a
listened.
big red flag. Yeah, and so, and by the way, I know I'm gonna get these people because we have a more conservative audience than we don't. They're gonna say, well, marijuana does this and this and this and this.
Did you guys hear what he just said? Did you catch that? We have a more conservative audience. So here, listen to that. That's what I told you guys. This is a red pill dude. That's conservatives.
Of marijuana being illegal to me when alcohol is pushed is absurd. It's absurd. It looks like a big red flag. Yeah, and so, and by the way, I know I'm gonna get these people because we have a more conservative audience than we don't.
We have a more conservative audience than we don't. Yeah, absolutely. You know, red, white, and blue. Wave that flag. You know, America.
They're gonna say, well, marijuana does this and this and this and this. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna
Big
go.
bong
I make my own
rips.
decisions because
Cyber, you ready for top of the hour?
I like fucking smoking. And if you don't want to smoke, you don't have to smoke.
Got a
If
big
you don't wanna
bong
hang out with me because I
pack.
smoke it, that's cool too.
No
I'll
law
do
regarding
shit.
cannabis. Cheers,
But I'm gonna do my
Cyber.
own.
Cheers, Billy.
Right now,
Cheers,
are there
Nick.
things
Cheers,
that should be
Cannabis
considered,
Heels.
such as
Thanks
if
for
you're
bringing
brain
this
fully
guy to
developed
the
until
show,
you're
bro.
like 8
This is
years,
fun.
you're
I'm
not supposed to
enjoying
smoke at
it.
that time because it
Cheers.
hinders, the development of that brain. Yes, absolutely. There's real science. So I think there should be
Cheers,
cautions
everybody.
around who can buy, who can not buy, and maybe some reconsiderations of like not selling marijuana to 21-year-olds or 18-year-olds, things like that. There has to be some common sense rules. But the reality is it shouldn't be illegal. Nobody should be in jail for it. And if I were president, nobody would be in jail for it ever. Anyway, I love it. By the way, that number, I looked at the number about presidents. Less than 6% of people are successful getting off antidepressants. That's crazy. Yeah.
Duncan
That's
Tony
crazy.
Z says teleprompters below him.
I'm a pretty mentally determined human being. Like, I would say well above average. And I wouldn't even say well above average. I would say in the top 0.01%. All right? And my life speaks for that. Everything about it. There's not many people who are my age who don't have
There
guns,
would be,
who walk
depending
around
on
my
the
shape,
height
who
of the
build what I
ceiling
built,
and art
done it for sheer
services.
force
Cannabis
of it.
heals.
That's just a fucking fact.
Just wanted
And I'm gonna tell you
Gunner.
this, real talk. It was probably the hardest thing I've ever done. The amount of anxiety, the first 100 days, I wanted to kill myself all day long. Like, it was like a constant thought in my head. A constant obsessive
If he
thought.
helps you, man,
For
I'm
100
all
days
for
straight,
it.
every single day.
Whatever makes
Then
you
after that
happy.
started to fade away. And during that time, by the way, there's all these different things that happen to you. Like, your
If
brain-
I hear
brain
this
back.
guy
You get total- you
spitting
get these, like,
fucking
we get these withdrawal symptoms.
bullshit,
that are
I'll
totally-
let you
they're
know.
Physical symptoms. Like, I had trouble at one point during that first 100 days, even keeping my balance. Okay, so when I say physical symptoms of withdrawal, like really bad shit, like bad shit. After the 100, by the way, when I went and got put on them, it wasn't like I went and asked for them. It was like, my doctor was like, so you think you're pretty stressed about? And I'm like, yeah, man, like I'm super fucking stressed. I'm running a business from the ground up. It's fucking hard shit. Here, I want you to try these and see how these work for you. That's how I got on. It was definitely easy. Okay, and then you can't get off. And then for years and years and years and years and years, I got to pay for it. See what I'm saying? It's a fucking scam. All right, and like I said before, if you're not eating right, if you're not controlling what you control, if you're not moving your body, if you're not eating the right foods, if you're not drinking enough water, if you're not getting enough sunlight, if you're not doing these things and controlling, if you're not putting the right information in your brain, By the way, that's the Live Hard program, okay? If you're not doing these things, before you go get on an antidepressant, you're doing yourself a massive disservice because those things will cure most of your problems, all right? But doctors don't tell you that. They don't say, hey, you should be doing this, 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 this. They just write you a script because they get fucking paid, and they're part of the matrix,
Michael
okay?
Goldsmith.
So,
Cheers, Nick.
Doctors are part of the matrix. Look, there's good doctors and there's bad doctors. You know, there are doctors who are bought off by these pharmaceutical companies. I know because I used to date a girl, and her job was to market to these doctors. And she was a good-looking woman, and she used to go in there with her briefcase, all dressed up, and the sexier the better, because the doctors always wanted to spend time with her, and she'd give them free promotional shit, and they would fucking, you know, they'll fucking give you a pen, you know, with fucking whatever medicine it is they want you to fucking inquire about. They give them all kinds of promotional shit and free samples and all kinds, man. It's a racket. You want to say that's part of the matrix? No, it's just greedy people doing fucking business, man. They're not all working together to keep you suppressed, you know?
there's that. Then, after the 100 days, you have these fucking long, like, curves. Like, you'll feel good for, like, 4 or 5 days, and then you'll feel down for, like, 10 days. And then you'll feel normal for, like, 4 or 5 days. And then you'll feel down for, like, 10 days. And then the curve starts to stretch out, where you start to spend more time high, but then also when it goes down, you spend more time low. And, dude, that lasted for, like, 6 more months on top of that first 100 days. And then, you know, gradually, as I got closer to a year, I started to feel like a normal human. Like my normal human. I know I'm not normal, right? But, like, my normal. I started to feel like the bad motherfucker that I've always been, towards the end of that. And, like, dude, I was still having, like, major symptoms back in February and March of, like, massive, like, crippling anxiety and, like, all this crazy shit. And I'll be real, dude. I've been on that program almost every single day this last year in one phase or another phase or just in between the phases. I've been doing everything I can. And I really think it's the only reason I blow my fucking brains out. And that's not, you know, that's not to promote it. I don't do it or don't do it. No one's forcing me. It's free. I'm just telling you my own experience. If I hadn't been handling that shit, I wouldn't have been able to handle the withdrawals that came with it. And I'm very proud of myself for making that decision and sticking with it and getting off.
Yeah, man, proud of you too.
Yeah, well,
Good shit.
yeah. And anybody who's going through that, if you've got a family member or a friend that's going through that, dude, you gotta understand they're living through hell. And it takes a year. It takes a year. Guys, it's criminal, bro. It's criminal. It's criminal. And this goes into the marijuana discussion. Here's another thing. If I would have had marijuana during that time, I would have been in way deep shit, bro. Like, way deep. It wouldn't have made it better. It would have made it way harder. Okay? So, you know, a lot of people, there's just a lot of shit people don't understand. They have opinions about it.
Yeah.
Okay? And the reality is we live in a fucking country that says they're free, that says we're free, that says that they have our best interests in mind, and every single thing that they do is
He's
against our best
looking at
interests.
one
They propagate unhealthy
person
action.
right
They propagate
now.
being lazy. They propagate being fat. They propagate being pumped with pills. They propagate eating food that isn't even real. They propagate staying out of the sun. They propagate all of these things that are actually bad for us. The question should be, why? And the answer is obvious if you ask yourself that actual question, and it's this. They do not want us becoming what we could become, because when we become what we can become, we are harder to control and rule over. And this has been going on in history since the beginning of time. So when the government tells you this or that or this, or the media propagates things like absurd things, like drinking water is fucking bad for you, okay? You need to understand that if you're living the life that they're propagating, you're running their play for them. If you're out every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday getting fucking wasted, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, which is why it's not criticized. You understand?
Absolutely.
If you're struggling financially and sitting at home on the weekends and just, you know, going camping and not doing shit, and say, oh, he's living a balanced life. They're happy that you're doing that, because the more you struggle financially, the easier you're going to be to control.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So, like, bro, there's deep thought required to understand what's actually happening. And like you guys say, oh, he's lost it, he's paranoid. Am I? Because I don't think I've missed on very much over the last 3.5 years. I think I got a pretty clear vision of what's going on. And I think I know the solution too. And I tell you every single episode, it's personal excellence. It's becoming the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be, working with what we have, setting an example that the person to the left and the person to the right will follow. And we live.
I went through like 100 of this guy's videos. It was all about the same thing.
Because even if there were a violent revolution, and even if we did put all of these tyrants in the wood chipper, and we cleared the fucking game board of them, what's the culture going to be? Are we going to go right back to going to the bar Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Are we going to go right back to taking antidepressants? Are we going to go right back to staying out of the sun and putting cancerous material on our skin?
Andrew
Are we going to go
Tate.
right back to all the shit that they taught us? Or are we going to learn?
You know what? I'm sitting
And become better.
playing
Because that's the only way we're going to
games
get this country
and
back.
I'm not looking at him. I'm just hearing Andrew say it fucking sounds like him to a fucking T, dude.
I'll fucking bring up an Andrew Tate video.
The masculine youth is one, because a lot of them are disenfranchised, which is one conversation, but two, also the reason my reach is so global, the reason I have so many fans in Slovenia and Southside Chicago, and I've had kids from Ulaanbaatar come up to me, Mongolia,
Cultural
all
revolution.
around the
Driven by
world.
personal excellence that starts with you. And that's how we're going to
It's like the,
Guys, any question number 2?
it's like the same voice,
I'm
bro.
46, and I feel fortunate enough to have found the passion.
It was like you couldn't even tell when I switched it over.
The no man's land phase that you talk about. Working 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week. It makes my family and my girlfriend that I'm seeing feel distant because I'm working all the time. How do I keep working toward my big goals while letting them know that I still care about them and love them, but I need to change the world at the same time? How exactly should I or can I communicate this to them?
Bonsai House.
is because I speak to the disenfranchised, and part of that is always going to be involved financially disenfranchised. I'm someone who comes from absolutely nothing and made himself into something. And unfortunately, there's a rocky road sometimes.
You know, the best you can ever be, and have everybody around you maintain the same relationship they had with you before. It's not going to happen. All right, and that goes for your family, that goes for your friends, that goes for. It's just not reality. You have to when you.
He's just doing a nicer Andrew Tate impersonation. This guy.
Yeah.
He's just capitalizing on the Andrew Tate fucking guru, self-betterment fucking bullshit. They're all those fucking red pill dudes. It's fucking bullshit. Just cut on financially inferior people while sitting in front of a black sheetrock at an IKEA table.
You came into this world, you were alone, and when you go out of this world, you're going to be alone. That's reality, okay? And what you do between the beginning and the end is going to dictate how you feel right before you go up, all right? So
Who cares?
this idea that you're going to have this perfect life in any way, and this could be for anybody, all right? There's always a trade-off. And when you go into this area of entrepreneurship and business and success, and you're pushing hard to make yourself more, there's going to be people from the past who are going to look at you and be like, oh, he changed. Yeah, that's the fucking point. The point is to change. And these people aren't going to understand it because what you're doing is a solution to a problem that you recognize. And the problem that you recognize is you're not where you want to be. But all these other people don't recognize that as a problem. They recognize I'm right where I want to be, whether they are aware enough or not. It's a problem of awareness. And so when you start to go, which is working on the solution to the problem that you recognize, these people that can't recognize the problem certainly don't understand the actions that you're taking to provide the solution because they don't even see a problem. All right? So this is the reality of being a high ambition, high drive, high achievement driven person. You're going to make substitutions. Just like someone who says, fuck it, I'm opting out, I'm gonna go live on the van. They're probably gonna have better personal relationships with other people, but they're gonna give up other things. And when they die, they're gonna say, fuck, I should have done more in my life. I should have done these things. I could have done this. I wasted a lot of potential. When you die, you're gonna say, I did a whole bunch of shit. It was great. Maybe I didn't give as much to my personal relationships as I wish I had. There's going to be sacrifices. And there's gifts.
Look back.
You know, I was just thinking, Billy, I've always had a problem doing chin-ups and pull-ups. You know what I'm going to try next time I try to do pull-ups? I'm going to flex my whole body first and then do them and see if that helps.
It's going to take for all of it. You cannot have it all. That's reality, okay? So understand it. The people you see over there living this perfect life,
Keemstar wants his look back.
Okay, and not only that, what?
I'm saying,
Yeah, bro, like, dude, people think about it. Yeah. Because we live in this fake world of Instagram and YouTube and all this shit where, like, people pretend like they got all this money and they got the perfect family and they have the perfect friends and they have the perfect everything and everything's perfect. And we're all out here looking at it like, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing? I can't do this. Right. Yeah. And so to answer your question, you have to first understand the nature of reality. The nature of reality is you're going to move, and the reason you're moving is because you're working on a solution to a problem that you identified. And the problem that you identified is not identified by all the people. It might be identified by a few people, and also it might be identified after you get where you're going. Those people might say, damn, okay, I'm going to follow
steroids.
And you might keep a few of them. I've been fortunate enough to keep the closest people around me. They've leveled up around me. Okay, and now they help pull me along sometimes. So I'm fortunate enough to have that. And that's usually what happens. What happens is you lose some of the drag, some of the people who just don't see the world the same way, and then you inspire.
He looks
the
like
people
Dana
who
White.
see the world the same way, but just haven't taken action yet, and they come with you. Okay, and what that does is that filters out
like Dana
all the
White
relationships,
grew a beard.
all the time-wasted relationships, all the negative relationships, all the anchors in your boat, so to speak. And now you're surrounded by people who not only just understand what it is you're trying to do, but also are trying to do it themselves. So now you're helping them do these things. Like, guys, if you saw my text message chain through a day, like, I couldn't even show it to you because you would think I was flexing on you. But, like, I talk to people every single day, you all know, who are very famous, who are all working to kick ass and build awesome shit in life. And you know what we do? We help each other. And then when we struggle, we talk about those struggles. All right? And one of the struggles is exactly this question. I'm glad it was asked because there's a lot of confusion around it. But to answer your question, how do you communicate? How do you communicate best? What is the best?
What's that?
I mean, the way he said it, I'm not going to say it because you're going to think I'm going to flex. But in reality, I talk to a lot of famous people every day.
Best form of communication? Is it verbal communication or is it action?
Like you just described with Jay-Z to get that done. But if I would have been born into a perfect family, like you said, 2 loving parents, family was rich, white picket fence, and I was saying all the same things, then they wouldn't have the same affinity. So if you look at
when they made spanking a thing that was looked frowned upon, now we have a generation of people that don't understand accountability. Okay, little bitty kids can't understand you giving them some sort of fucking high-level intellectual lecture. I know that you guys like to think that, but they really don't. Look, it's like a dog when it bites you, bro, or when it shits on your carpet. Does your dog understand when you say, "Listen, Duke, I don't appreciate your poo-poo on my carpet"?
Actually, the Massacre youth is one, because a lot of them are disenfranchised, which is one conversation. But 2, also, the reason my reach is so global, the reason I have so many fans in Slovenia and Southside Chicago and
Chicago.
Because that's probably what you do. Now, Duke, if you don't poop on the carpet again, I'll be really nice to you, and I'll give you some extra sausages. Like, okay, or do you think, like, it actually understands you grabbing it by the back of its head, showing him the shit and saying, no, and then spank his ass, and then put him out, you know what I'm saying? They only understand basic things, and Duke, humans are no different. whether they're little kids or whether they're fucking adults. They understand action and results. They understand what they can see, not what you say. And so how do you communicate to people? You communicate through your actions. And the actions that you should be showing them are, I'm going to do this. I'm doing this because this is important to me. This is my life. I care about this. And you are welcome to come with me, or you are welcome to stay there. Either way, it makes no difference. And a lot of people will say, well, yeah, but then they all hate me and they all talk. So what? Who cares? Bro, fuck them. It's not like you're not giving them the choice to come with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I have a lot of people that I know from the past that now they say shit like that about me. Oh, Eddie, too big. No, it's not that I'm too big for anything, bro. I went and created my life, and you chose not to come with me. You could have came with me. You could have been on my team. You could have been right there. We would have worked together. We would have won together, too. But now that I'm winning and you're still where you are, you have resentment towards me. Okay, I'm not about that. That's reality. So how do you communicate it? You communicate it very simply. I'm doing this. This is what I'm committed to. You follow through with your actions, and the right people will join, and the wrong people will leave. And that's what you want. That's what you want. Why would you want to keep people in your life that don't support or represent or stand with the value system that you're about? Why would you want that? That's extra drag that you can't afford to carry if you're an ambitious human being. People don't like this. They don't like this conversation. Because, yes, because they want to keep everybody in their life. They want to keep all.
Dude, we've got this sped up to what? .75, guys. Do you believe how slow this guy talks? Oh my God, listen to this.
All the friends they have, and then they want to go build this life. Well, let me tell you something, dude. When you go build that life and you go back to those friends and you start talking about that life, do you know what they're going to perceive that life to be from your mouth?
I've had kids from Ulaanbaatar come up to me, Mongolia, all around the world. It's because I speak to the disenfranchised, and part of that is always going to be, or is going to involve, financially disenfranchised. I'm someone who comes from absolutely nothing and made himself into something.
And then you're going to sit there and you're going to say, well, I did this, I did that, I did this. And they're going to look at you, and you're going to get up, and they're going to say...
I like swapping out their voices, bro. It's so funny.
Bragging about himself. No,
you barely even notice it.
My life. This is what I do. And when your life is so fucking good that it's perceived as bragging by everybody else, you're doing okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but instead you go talk to people who do understand.
Yeah, you get around all kinds, and not only that, they push you further.
Yeah, man.
And unfortunately, there's a rocky road sometimes, like you just described with Jay-Z, to get that done. But if I would have been born into a perfect family, like you said, 2 loving parents, family was rich, white picket fence,
you know,
and I was saying all
simple
the same
conversation.
things.
Yes. You know, those kind of things can help. But ultimately, dude, the truth of the matter is you're going to lose a bunch of people. And you're going to gain a whole bunch of new ones. And that's going to happen multiple times throughout your life.
He keeps saying the same
thing. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. And that doesn't mean you don't like the people from the past.
My God, dude, you're so repetitive. When you slow him down and it just takes forever. God, Cannabis Heals, you listen to this guy? I don't think I'm ever going to listen to this guy again, man. But thanks for bringing that. I see what he's saying. I get what he's doing. But it's repetitive as hell. Dude, he's got 1/3 of a million subscribers. Oh my goodness gracious.
Bonsai House. I had a friend make me feel eat by telling me, I want what you have. Unfortunately, he is a career thief. Hoot in hell. A lot of boys out there who want a dad.
Catch the market before it goes up if you want to get something. Get it before it goes. It's in a low point right now, guys. 68.50 fucking Matic, guys. Remember, I was trying to buy it under 72 cents. I ended up getting it at like 74 cents. It's 68 cents right now.
Cannabis Heals. Cool gave you a topic and thank you for your opinion.
You're welcome. Hell yeah, you give me a topic. WorldCoin. Chat GPT founder's evil plan for humanity. WorldCoin.
Bonsai house. Since peroxide cures root rot, I put some on my butthole. Don't do that.
You put all kinds of shit on your butthole, bro. I was very thankful you put the triage oil in it and determined it was safe. Two hours ago. Take this to the bank. It's 9 minutes long.
We usually go above fair value, so I think we could get into the high hundreds, maybe even a couple hundred. Let's call it the high hundreds, 150, 180. And then we go into the next crypto winter, so we have our correction. Then for the next halving in 2028, the fair value jumps to $1 million. I could say $1 million, that could never happen. Well, hopefully by that time we're not talking about Bitcoin, we're talking about Satoshis. Because the Satoshi is the unit of measure that we should all, I think, be talking about, which is there are 100 million Satoshis per Bitcoin.
As Bitcoin and the entire cryptocurrency market prepare to enter the new month, more key players have been sharing their outlook on Bitcoin's price and its potential long-term performance. Very recently, the CEO of Morgan Creek Capital Management made a bold Bitcoin price prediction that has since left a handful of market players in shock. Mark Yusko, the CEO of the billion-dollar asset manager, is betting big on Bitcoin. Although the Apex cryptocurrency is still struggling to sustain momentum around the $30,000 price level, Yusko is bullish on Bitcoin. He predicts that the digital asset will tap $300,000 come 2028, right after the halving is successfully carried out.
Okay, so he thinks it's going to hit 300,000 a Bitcoin. That's what he thinks. But he says it's not until 2028. That's longer term than I was hoping.
Today's video is on real estate. We're covering the housing markets, and I want to give you a housing market crash update. So clearly, I was right about the housing markets, and I want to explain to you how I exactly knew what would happen. I want to explain to you how I precisely got the housing market correct. So all the naysayers and the housing market crash callers, feel free to take out a pen and paper, feel free to take notes. I forgive your lack of faith. Life is too short. It's not worth holding grudges.
He's fucking
But
hilarious.
I really want you to learn. I seriously do. I want you to learn. It is my gift to you. So for everyone that believed in me and supported me, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You are wonderful. This is a 3-year chart of home prices. The median sale price of a home in June was $425,674. This is up by $7,287 from May. So in 1 month, home prices have increased by 1.7%. In June, home prices are down 1.6% from its peak in May of 2022. So yes, that is correct. The housing market has crashed 1.6% from its all-time high. Year over year, home prices are down less than 1%, 0.69% to be exact. When there's blood in the streets, buy property. First of all, I want to tell you this. I understand the situation. I understand that this is awkward and it's irritating for people that have been saying that this is going to be the greatest housing market crash of our generation. So they've been saying that, people have been saying this for more than 2 years. So I want to tell people this, the people that have been saying that, I want to tell them, please stop saying that. Please stop trying to scare people. So I want to tell you this, about 7 months ago when home prices were bottoming out, so many people were making fun of me, they were having a ball. The comments section, and that was just blowing up. So here's an example. Look at this. So this person says, takes 1 to 2 years before crashes come to fruition. Wait till early 2023 into 2024. 30 to 40% haircuts across the board. Good luck if you're bullish. You're absolutely wrong. Okay, so this person says, wait until early 2023. Going into 2024, home prices are going to crash 30 to 40% all across the board. Well, okay, home prices are down 1.6% from their peak. And I just want to say that I never said that I was bullish. I said that home prices would fall 10 to 15%. Home prices fell 11%. So if I said that home prices are going to fall 10 to 15%, how is that being bullish? I don't understand some people. Okay, one more comment, and I'll stop here because I could show you 100 more, and these aren't even my favorites. These are just the first ones that I found after looking for a good 10 seconds.
Dude's gotta be
So Shan Marg writes, you smart aleck. Well, first of all, I just want to say that's very rude to intro like that. So I don't understand why people need to act like this. This person's parents, I'm sure that they would be ashamed. Anyways, they said, you are wrong. People who bought their homes for $1.8 million now have their homes valued at $1.2 million. Why will they hang on to their home? And if you have a variable mortgage, then you are doomed. Hope you get the point. First of all, I want to say that this person, they need to relax. I'm not a doctor or anything, but this person has hypertension written all over them, and high blood pressure should not be taken lightly. Okay, so let's think about this rationally. Why would people hang on to their homes?
Right?
Oh, gee, let me think. Maybe it's because people have
Smart
mortgage
aleck.
interest rates of 3%.
How dare
They don't
you,
want to
good
replace it with a mortgage
sir.
interest rate of 7%. Perhaps
Smart
that would
aleck.
be one reason why. And this person is talking about variable mortgages. Okay, in the last housing market crash of 2008, 34% of mortgages were adjustable rates. Right now, it's close to 5%. Okay, but I want to tell you this. A lot of people understand the situation. There's a lot of smart people out there in the audience. For example, here's what Vladimir wrote. The only way a housing market crash can occur is if millions of Americans suddenly can't make their mortgage payments. It's possible, but it would take a complete collapse of the American economy. Again, Vladimir's smart. I know there are a lot of smart people watching right now, but I want the crash callers to write this down. Very important. Home prices will be determined by supply and demand, not Fibonacci retracements. We're talking about supply and demand. So yes, right now, there is less demand. However, that is being offset by the fact that there is less supply. The housing market crashed 15 years ago because millions of Americans could not make their mortgage payments, and they got foreclosed on. And when that happened, supply shot up because those homes got dumped onto the open markets. And that is not what is happening right now. Supply is not shooting up. So when you look at the last housing market crash, if you look at 2010 alone, 2010, there were 2.9 million foreclosures. This year, we're expected to have about 100,000 foreclosures. It's going to be under 200,000 foreclosures. So I'm telling you, if you want to see a housing market crash, you're going to have much more supply than demand. You're going to have to see a big imbalance. This is economics 101, supply and demand. And throughout this whole time, we've covered a variety of situations. For example, I've already covered the Airbnb bust situation with you. We already know that that market, it's not big enough to trigger a housing market crash. And if you say that big institutions will be forced to sell their residential real estate holdings, I'd say good luck to that. That's like saying that Bill Gates is going to sell his farmland. My prediction is that neither of those are going to happen. And I see a bunch of comments like this. Crash or no crash, the fact is the average middle-class person cannot afford a house anymore. So this person goes into further detail of the situation in California. But the person that left this comment is absolutely correct. Home prices are down only 1.6% from their record high, and with interest rates near 7%, housing is extremely unaffordable. So take a look for yourself. This is a report from Yardeni based on the National Association of Realtors, and this is going back to the 1980s. After the housing market crash 15 years ago, homes became very affordable. But after the pandemic, so take a look for yourself. Look at the drop in affordability. Home affordability has crashed. Now, let me give you predictions on the housing market. Here's
Yes.
what some of the experts are saying.
Yes, he
And
is.
you tell me if you agree or if you disagree with these statements. And we're going to start with Goldman Sachs. Goldman is predicting that this year, so 2023, home prices increase by 1.3%. But you have to remember that year over year right now, home prices are down 0.69%, so a little bit of upside for the rest of the year. 2024, home prices increase by 1.7%. 2025, home prices increase by 2.4%. And 2026, home prices increase by 3.8%. Now, if you think about that, this is suppressed growth. 1.3%, 1.7%, 2.4%, 3.8%. For the past 50 years, on average, home prices have been going up by 5.5% a year. In 2021, home prices went up by 19% alone. So that's a prediction by Goldman. But I want you to keep this in mind because this is a big thing. They're saying that their prediction is based off a soft landing in the economy. If the economy suffers more than expected, then they'll probably revise these numbers downwards, depending on how severe the recession becomes. Now, other firms and institutions are saying that there's more downside ahead for the housing market. Pantheon Macroeconomics is one of them. They're saying that what's going on right now is not a recovery. They're saying that what's going on right now, this little upswing that we're seeing in home prices, they're saying that this is a result of a lack of inventory. It's not a housing market recovery. Pantheon economist Clancy said, "We are baffled by the emerging narrative that housing is now recovering because it isn't." Okay, now I have to mention this. I mean, this is a must. I have to mention this because if I don't, I'm never going to hear the end of this in the comments down below. For this entire video, we're talking about average home prices. So I understand that home prices are down a lot in certain parts of California, perhaps a city that you want to mention as well. However, you have to understand that we're talking about the average price of a home in the US. If homes in your neighborhood are down 20%, then that means that somewhere else, home prices are probably up 30%. And you may say, okay, well, homes in my neighborhood are down 40%. Well, I could keep on saying the same thing. Don't try to one-up me. If homes are down 40% in your area, then that means that homes are up 50% in a different area. So I forgot to say this in one video. One real estate video, I forgot to say this. And the comments on geographical pricing, they were just out of control. Okay, I said my piece. Now I want to give you my opinion. So first of all, okay, Goldman Sachs. So Goldman has the brightest and most intelligent people at their firm. So they tell you something. That's what they told you. That's their prediction, but I want to know what they're really thinking. Because that was their rosy forecast in the event of a soft landing. But I don't think that we're going to get a soft landing. I believe that's, they present something to the public and they're preparing themselves for something else behind the scenes. So I don't think that we're going to have, I've been clear about this. I don't think that we're going to have a housing market crash, but I'm just trying to be realistic here. I don't think that we're going to have a soft landing either. So I said that the bottom would be 10 to 15% off the peaks based off all the data. We fell to 11%. We recovered. Now we're down 1.6% off the peaks. So listen, I already gave you my prediction a year ago and it still stands. For now, my opinion remains unchanged. Every month I've been providing you with, and I'm happy to do so, I've been providing you with the monthly price movements, inventory stats, percentage of homes selling above list price, mortgage interest rates, housing market predictions, etc. I want to tell you that I believe that we are not out of the woods yet, but I'll keep you updated on a monthly basis. So I just want to say thank you for the support. You're wonderful.
Thank you for the support. You are wonderful. All right. Let's see here.
Bonsai house. I found a huge source of abandoned alien ivy on my property. I propagated 2 shelves worth. Undoubtedly planted here pre-Civil War. It's from North Africa. The Victorian plant boom.
That's fucking cool, man.
Oh yeah.
Bonsai house. It's cool cause it looks like ivy only it's variegated. Meaning it's all diff color. Like tie-dyed in, silver, white, and yellow. Bonsai house. But I tried smoking it. Don't. Bonsai house. The only thing I've smoked this week that didn't work was that ivy and a dead rat. No wait. Just the ivy. Yusef Basha. Wadabnays.
Yo. Yosef, what's up? Fuck, dude. What is this? Okay. Alright, you guys, I gotta go. I will see you tonight. How's that? Thank you for watching. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed the...
Bonsai
almost
House.
2 hours. It's too long.
Just put a shit ton of chicken fajita on the ill.